Hello, YouTube viewers, hashtag my global family, and my beloved LOBO community. I need your help. I'm desperate, I'm at wit's end, I'm getting sick, and I don't know what else to do when I'm backed into a corner except fight. On Friday, I gave up my GA-ship for the University of New Mexico in protest because I could not handle to having to deal with a predator once again in the College of Education. Those of you who've known me know that I've been fighting for the last 3 years, not only for my sanity and for my life and for my right to continue my education without fear of a predator taking advantage over the power they have over me because I'm a graduate student. I was in a predatory academic relationship with a white male tenured professor at UNM. It took everything in me to get that predator out. 2 years ago, I had a suicide scare. I'm brilliant. I am powerful. I am important. I am beautiful, and I am loved. But every single foundation of my being came into question because that white male professor believed that he was better than me and believed that he could use and manipulate his students for his own fucking twisted pleasure, gain, self-confidence, whatever. He used and abused his students, not only within the 7 years that I was there, but for his entirety, which is over 15 years. How many other students were silenced and left completely and permanently damaged because of his interference, because of the godlike attitude that academia gives over its students? I have had enough. I am no one's victim, I am no one's fool, and I'm no one's slave. I refuse to be told my place in academia. No, UNM, you serve me. You serve every student who has ever paid tuition there, who has ever deigned to even come to our community, because UNM is mine. It is built on native land. It is built on the bodies and blood of my Pueblo people. And you owe me. You owe me an education. You owe me a community where I don't have to fear, not only for my life, not only for my safety, but for my sanity. I beat the wars of drums, and I am coming for you. So listen, if you have harmed my community, if you have harmed my students, if you have used your power to coerce your students to have sex with you, if you have used your power to degrade them or make them feel as if they are worthless, if you used your power over them to steal their academic work, if you used your power over them to drive them insane, I am coming for you. The Department of Justice held an investigation at the University of New Mexico and uncovered hundreds of cases. That was only over a few-year period. How long have we existed? And generation after generation, how many people have gone through the same traumatic, heart-wrenching process? No more. Education is violent, but we will have it no longer. I am coming, and you are going to be held accountable. The opportunities that you have given us, as if they were scraps that we should be grateful for, are not. We fund you. My tribe and all of the 19 Pueblos and the other tribes in New Mexico have funneled millions of dollars for you to treat our students like second-class citizens. No longer. Africana Studies is still struggling to become a department, which means there's no tenured positions and you have an inability to get a graduate degree if your program is not a department. I am tired of you calling the shots because you're irresponsible and you're running us into the ground. You say you don't have $45 million to ensure graduate student housing can be revamped. Bullshit. The $400,000 that President Stokes gets, the millions that cover the salaries of all the top administrators, I think you need a pay cut. You need to be held accountable for the pain, the trauma, the rape, the theft, the insanity that your institution is rotting on my community. No longer. I, Drea Beta, the granddaughter of Megalita Histia, and the great-granddaughter of Pablo Abeda. The chair-elect of the American Educational Research Association, the Athleta Princess, a scholar, activist, revolutionary, a critical race, whiteness, intersectional researcher activist, is here to make sure that you do harm no longer. COVID has lit my world on fire, and there's no time like the present. Get your books in order, get your people in order, and start making decisions to actually save our lives, ensure our safety, and make sure that we have the ability to pursue an education in an environment free of trauma. If you are a LOBO, and you are part of my amazing community, why am I at this breaking point? Last week, I had amazing interviews from people all over the world who wanted to work with me as junior program chair. And unfortunately, because I am a warrior and share my experience not only as a survivor of rape and molestation on a reservation to talk about the horrifying ramifications of Indian boarding schools, but I also talk about being arrested by the police in 2008 for asking for a badge, a name number, and the trauma of losing 9 months of my life by being upgraded from anxiety and depression to PTSD. I also openly share my fight against the university, against that predatory white-male tenured professor. And in my strength to share, it allows people and gives them the strength to be themselves and acknowledge the pain and suffering they've gone through themselves. Why am I at this breaking point? Last week, those people shared their own stories with me. I have held people in my own arms who are adults, who are a decade older than me, because they are still dealing with the abuse and ramifications of what happened to them at the University of New Mexico. No longer. We are strong, we are powerful, and we are coming. We will have our demand shortly. If this has inspired you, please share. If you have a story that you want to be held in the light, if you have something that you would like to share, if it's time to donate with our rallying, if it's the protesting in the movement that we're planning for the fall, if it's adding your signature to one of the many petitions that we have to try to save our lives, please DM me, please friend me, please contact me. We need an army to take this on, but we're not alone. Our community literally stands together now and forever. And united, we are strong. This is Drea Beta, Coyote walking in real life, a goddamn superhero, here begging for your help. As always, #BeSafeMyGlobalFamily.